Well, you might as well just leave a dislike and get out of here, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a fan of this piece of news. Not even a little bit. Of course, today, Sony just announced that Spider-Man, let's scroll up a little bit so you can see the article. Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive character in Marvel's Avengers. Yay! Remember Arkham Asylum? Remember when Joker was exclusive to PS3? That was 11 years ago. We're still doing this shit, huh? Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. I really ain't. And I'm not just saying this because Xbox fanboy, Xbox forever or whatever. I have a huge PlayStation collection. I was gonna say something else, but I have a huge PlayStation collection, and I'm talking about from pretty much every console besides the PS3, because I wasn't the biggest fan of PS3. Leave another dislike, please. There were some great games on PS3. I just didn't play enough of it to really say I'm a big fan. But I've played the shit out of my PS1, PS2. I have over 400 games on my PS2. I have over like 125 games on my PS4 and PS1. I think I have around the same. So I am a fan, a Sony fan, at least of their game stuff. Their movies can blow me for the most part. Besides a few select movies like Into the Spider-Verse. Let's not forget Into the Spider-Verse. Sony Animation, they also did Emoji Movie. Everybody forgets that. But Spider-Verse was so good that I'll forgive anything at that point. But yeah, okay, so Spider-Man is only gonna come to the PS4 version of Avengers, and I'm gonna assume at one point there's gonna be a PS5 version of Avengers. I mean, that's gonna be one of their big games coming up, so I would only assume there's going to be maybe they'll just have an updated version. I'm not too sure about that, but he is going to be exclusive to the PS4 version. Now that does not surprise me at all, honestly. And when they announced this, I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm annoyed, but that makes sense. I mean, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man when it comes to, I think, both movies and video games. I could be wrong there, but I can only assume that considering they always produce every Spider-Man movie. Even with the help of Marvel, they're still the actual makers of those movies. And the video games, of course. Spider-Man, the one that came out, was exclusive to PS4. So I can only assume that's correct. I could be wrong. Please let me know. Just don't do it in a dickish manner. Where you're like, oh, you're fat, you don't know anything. All right, whatever. That's how you get ahead in the internet. You just insult everybody and let them know how wrong they are. Whatever. But anyway, so yeah, Spider-Man's coming only to PS4, and that's really annoying. And he's coming early 2021. I'm using the Structoid news article, by the way. I'll put a link in the description. I don't usually do that because I only use them as just like visual, and sometimes I scroll through them just real quick. But I will be reading this one because I actually haven't really read it myself. I skimmed through it just real quick, but we're gonna actually read it if I can read. Every time I try to read something on one of these videos, it never works out. But yeah, I got just flashbacks of Arkham Asylum. Remember that 11 years ago? They did that same shit where, all the Joker missions you can only play on PS3. And I'm going to be honest right here. Those Joker missions sucked anyway, so I played them. They sucked. They were so bad anyway. So it was like pointless, but it was still cool. Like, oh, you get to play as Joker? Batman's cool. That's great. Yeah, I guess that's cool. But Joker, though? They weren't good anyway. But anyway, so it just gave me flashbacks of that. But anyway, Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive in Marvel's Avengers. The free playable character DLC will launch in early 2021. I love this part. I did read this in the Destructoid news article. In a ridiculous console exclusivity moment, obviously they mean ridiculous. I don't think they mean it completely negative. I think I don't know. Sony confirmed this morning that PlayStation. They might have meant it in a negative way, actually. Reading it again real quick, ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Morning that Spider-Man will be a PlayStation exclusive character in Marvel's Avengers when he joins the playable cast in early 2021. We don't know what it'll look like. Expect a Crystal Dynamics take on Spider-Man, so he'll look like Lara Croft, female Spider-Man, but still call him Spider-Man. I know there was a Spider-Woman before anyway. So what else has Crystal Dynamics done besides Tomb Raider recently? I know they've done other things. Besides Avengers, I can't think of anything else they did recently. I guess they did. No, that was the Hitman guy. I was about to say they did Kane and Lynch, but they did do that. That Lara Croft arcade game where Kane and Lynch showed up, and that was like the best Kane and Lynch game. Well, anyway, with classic inspirations, but he'll debut with an in-game event that will introduce him into the wider world of Marvel's Avengers. As with other post-launch characters, Spider-Man will be a free download. Okay, one thing I want to say, and this is the one way they can make this work, maybe, is Sony obviously will have the exclusive to Spider-Man. But I'm not sure if it's coming to PC. I'm not 100% sure. I should look that up. So me being lazy, but I'm not sure if it's coming to PC. I believe I would assume it is. But for Xbox, if they got an exclusive character at the same time, I'm assuming that's gonna happen because it'd be ridiculous if we got Hawkeye soon after launch, maybe October, maybe November, and then Spider-Man. They said early 2021. I'd assume like February, March, maybe even January, I guess. It would be ridiculous if there was just a big gap in between Hawkeye and whoever's after Spider-Man for Xbox, where there's just no new character. You know what I mean? So there has to be a character that will be introduced along with Spider-Man that will be for Xbox. There has to be, right? And who would it be? I don't know. X-Men? Wolverine? If they announce Wolverine, that'd be... I'm not gonna get hyped. That would be because Xbox, X-Men, Wolverine. I don't know. He'll be enhanced by the Series X. Those claws will look really good. No, they have to do something, right? They have to at least throw Xbox something because there's going to be a big gap in between Hawkeye and whoever's next after Spider-Man. That's saying there won't be a character in between Hawkeye and Spider-Man. I assume Spider-Man's after Hawkeye, you know what I mean? I'm sure this article talks about it more. But anyway, who would you like to see on Xbox exclusive? I don't like exclusive, but if it's fair, then fine, I guess. Like one console gets one cool character. It's like Soul Calibur. Remember when Soul Calibur 2, 3, and no, 3 didn't. It was only on PS2. Soul Calibur 2 and 4 did that. And 5? No, 5 only had Ezio. 2 and 4. 2 had Link on GameCube, Spawn on Xbox, which was awesome, by the way, and Heihachi for PS2, which was kind of lame, honestly, because Hayachi's great. He's really cool, don't get me wrong. He's awesome, but he's already in a fighting game series. So it's like one of those things like, all right, now he's just here, and now he's in like a weapon-based fighting game series. So it's a little weird where Spawn has a giant axe and Link has, of course, is the Master Sword. So it was a little weird. Wow, I completely went off track. And of course, Soul Calibur 4 had Star Wars. So yeah, Darth Vader on PS3 and Yoda, which was completely fucking broken on 360 because he was so small. And then I think both of them had... That'd be perfect, actually. They had Starkiller, both of them. And I think Soul Calibur 2 both had like a Todd McFarlane character that he just made up for Soul Calibur. I am completely off topic, but whatever. I'm rolling with it because I rather talk about fun things than talk about things that are annoying. But anyway, let's get back to this. Wild news for a game that many of us are at best on the fence about. Yeah, I'm glad there's a beta. Yeah, me too. As for the wall crawler himself, Insomniac's rendition of Spider-Man will be a tough act to follow, and I feel like Crystal Dynamics will be hesitant to show him in Avengers until it's feeling super confident. One thing I want to say though, even though it's cool to see Spider-Man in this, haven't we played a lot of we've played a lot of games with Spider-Man. Like when it comes to like Ultimate Alliance, Marvel vs. Capcom, the Spider-Man game. We're about to play a new Spider-Man game in a few months. There's been a lot of Spider-Man stuff. And even when we consider the movies, there's been a lot of movie Spider-Man too. In the span of like the last 10 years, we've had what, like 7 Spider-Man movies? Because he had Amazing Spider-Man, then 2, no, more than that if you count the Avengers movies, and Civil War. But alright, Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, Far From Home, Homecoming, Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, so that's only 5. But if you count the Avengers, then you have Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, and you have Civil War. So that's 8 right there. So you have 8 movies with Spider-Man heavily involved. And then you have a bunch of games. Like, Spider-Man's been in a lot of stuff. So even though it would be cool for this, because this will be like a big budget version of an Ultimate Alliance game, it's not like so exciting to me because it's Spider-Man. It is exciting to most people. That's why I'm saying this as if like this is the big news. But for me, it's cool, and I would love to play them, of course. But we've played a lot of games with Spider-Man, a lot. And if it's not gonna be a free roaming open world game, which I don't think most of the game will be, then the best part about playing Spider-Man is just free roaming. You know, that was the best part of the last game. Just free roaming. You know, just swinging from building to building. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue. As for the wall crawler, I read that. When he's arcing through the air on his web line, we want you to feel graceful and light and be able to utilize a variety of web configurations and gadgets to enhance your traversal. Okay, so make it sound, because there is going to be some open world aspects to the game, right? Not open world, but there's going to be big environments. So that'll be kind of cool. That's what Vince Napoli said. Napoli? I hope I got that right. They're aiming for a seamless transition from navigation to combat. Okay. I can't help but wonder what else Sony might be eyeing for PlayStation 5's first few months. That's true, yeah. And there's a rumor about State of Play, which I'm very excited about, if there is one. Oh, there's the logo. Yeah. There you go. That's a good thumbnail. Yeah, let's make the thumbnail right now. There we go. That's the thumbnail for the video. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I think exclusivity for this is dumb. I'd say the same thing if it was for Xbox. I would totally say it. I mean, that would also be ridiculous if that happened. Yeah, I think this is ridiculous. Unless they announce something cool for Xbox as well. They have to, right? Because what, is Spider-Man just going to come out on PS4 and it's going to be a big event for a PS4 and then Xbox is just chilling here like, and maybe even PC just chilling here like, we don't got anything. Or are they going to release like some timed event where it's like, oh, fight MODOK in a time trial. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I already fought MODOK. Let's fight him again. And everybody on PS4 like fucking dancing and like, yeah, we got Spider-Man. And then everybody on Xbox is like, hey, we're fighting MODOK again. Hey, yo, you guys want to fight MODOK? Sucks. If they announce Wolverine though, that'd be so cool. And I'd love to see some, because I saw some Sony fanboys on Twitter acting like children, like Xbox can blow my little sausage. Fucking, I'd love to see them. Oh, this is bullshit. I hate exclusivity. So those fanboys in general are ridiculous, but on every side has ridiculous fanboys that are children. And if you're one of them, I'm sorry, you'll grow up eventually and you'll realize there's more important things in life than just fucking Spider-Man and your little game you'll play for about 5 hours. Bye.